Hey folks. So I've got an update, got some news. Clearly it's been a while since my last video. And actually and my last live stream, but my live stream was a game. So yeah. Got some news. Got some news. You getting everything raw in these videos, okay? So today is April 12th, Wednesday. I saw the surgeon on Monday, April 10th. I meant to do this on that day, but I was in such a funk, and I think it's because all the emotions. So on Monday the 10th, I went to my last pre-op 6-month program visit. So it was my last visit with the dietitian. Last time seeing the surgeon before potential surgery. So yeah. During that visit, spoke with Caitlin, who was one of the nutritionists I've been working with for the past 6 months, between her and and Hannah. Shout out to VCU, by the way. This process has been smooth. And it's thanks to them. And just my doctor that I found literally the same day after meeting with the surgeon. So shout out to Ms. Green. My PCP. I did not think I'd get this far. And not that I can't do it. It's like when you start something, like, oh, it's gonna take 6 months. Okay, cool. And the 6 months fly by the way they did. That's what it is. But anyway, we had spoken, and she had asked me, you know, are you still struggling with that one particular issue? And that was not drinking right after I eat, giving myself 30 minutes after eating to drink. And I was like, not really, not anymore. You know, once I've talked to Hannah last month, you know, I really strive to work on that habit, getting into that habit more than before. Cause I'm a drinker. I'm a drinker. I sip throughout the day. I won't eat, but I'll sip. But now I gotta flip it, or have to do both. Gotta make sure I eat and sip all fucking day. But yeah, so I was like, I have been able to conquer, per se, because for me, from jump, as you guys know in my previous videos, ever since October 3rd, that is the day I met with Dr. Saluso. That was my first time setting foot into VCU. And mind you, it was just supposed to be a consultation just to learn more, and I just started the program. But ever since that first day, I have been on it in terms of, oh, this is what happens after surgery. This is what I'm supposed to be eating. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I have been implementing those things into my life and have made changes. So I'm a big seltzer drinker, or at least I was a big seltzer drinker. I would, you know, Instacart some juice, seltzer, water, and I'm the kind of person, I would put the juice in the back of the fridge, and I would kill a pack of water by myself within the week, if not less than a week. I would buy 2-3 packs of seltzer every time I grocery shop, and within that same week, I'd finish at least 2 of those cases. I'm like, damn, I ain't got no more seltzer. I ain't got no more bottled water. What the hell am I gonna do? Looking for like juice. Why not buy juice? Like, cause that's how much I was into drinking seltzer and water, especially ice cold water. That's my stuff. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. But you know, I learned that I can't have seltzer, soda, can't have anything carbonated once you have the surgery. At least not for 6 weeks. Because that can affect the sutures, cause incredible gas pain. And I'm not surprised because we be gassy as is drinking seltzer and soda like that and still got a full stomach. So I'm not surprised. So from that first day when they said I couldn't, now let me correct myself. That day they gave me the paperwork. The paperwork didn't say nothing about seltzer carbonated drinks. It probably does, but I didn't see that part. It's not until I spoke with the psychologist a week later and I was telling her my habits and stuff like that. Like the first day, I changed my habits. I speak to the psychologist, I changed the seltzer habits. Because she's like, yeah, you can't have that because it's going to cause pain. And I was like, oh, fantastic. And she's like, if you have seltzer now, by all means, finish it, blah, blah, blah. But don't buy anymore. Get yourself into the habit. And I said, okay. And so that's what I did. I finished off what cans of seltzer I had. And Lord knows, I made them last. I made them last because since she said I could not buy anymore. And I didn't buy anymore. I finished them. And that was that. And I started getting the Crystal Light, Neo, Gatorade Zero type powder mixes and drinks. Because anything with double-digit sugar is a no-go. Which makes sense. Those are either 9 or 10 grams of sugar and less is what I've been consuming. They are 5 calories each. I think one particular brand's 10 calories each. And that's not bad. Because no one wants to drink their calories. Because think about it. The typical person is supposed to have, quote unquote, from what I recall growing up, at least 2,000 calories. People are eating 2,000 calories in a meal or 2 meals with just the food. You know, certain beverages have like 200-300 calories. Like, I love me a good Frappuccino from Starbucks. And one day I read that, I want to say a grande is 200 something calories. And I typically get a venti. I think the venti was like 300 to 400 calories of something. And I was like, I'm supposed to have 1,200 calories a day. This is already 400 like. And this is just the drink. So ever since Jump, I've been real mindful of my calorie intake, making sure I'm not drinking my calories, all that good stuff. Again, like I've said previously, I do soda once a week. I do an alcoholic beverage once a week, or one or the other once a week, typically on date night with my boyfriend. Other than that, it's straight up ice water or these Crystal Light packets or tea or plain black coffee. I'm Haitian. I enjoy plain black coffee. Hot though, hot. Plain black coffee, unsweetened, hot. If it's cold, I don't want that shit. But that's that. So Monday I met with the surgeon and the nutritionist for the last pre-op day for the program. And so she told me that she was going to send the prior authorization request to the insurance. And I should hear back from them in the app between 4 to 6 weeks. She said with my insurance, they typically hear back between 4 to 6 weeks. And once they get the approval, the okay, they're going to schedule me. And that's going to be in the app. I just got to check the app. And after that, once it's scheduled, I'll be coming back in to meet with the anesthesiology team and have them talk to me about all the stuff and yeah, all that. And she said it could be as early as July if they hear back quick enough, you know, within the 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks puts us in May, June territory. So that's why they said July. But she also said as late as August. Like no later than August is what she had said. So we'll see. And so I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm happy. A little sad. It's a lot of emotions. And it's a lot of emotions because I never thought in my life that I would need or want weight loss surgery. I've been an avid fan of that show, My 600-Pound Life. Love it. Kind of love Dr. Now. Like, I got the band's picture on my fridge talking me that I could have lost 30 pounds last month. Okay? So, it's a good show. And that's actually how I learned about bariatric surgery in the first place. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, I find myself in a wormhole of weight loss shows all the time. I don't watch every single one. But stuff like Dr. Now, where they show the stuff, or there's a joint that used to be on Hulu, where they actually show the surgery. That's my shit. That's my shit. But, I've always been bigger, but I've always been fit. I was, 18, 19, and I was a solid 215 pounds. But that was muscle. Like, the only bit, like, I had fat. It wasn't all muscle, trust me. You know, I had a little tummy, a little arm fat, you know, and back fat, of course, you know, the usual typical stuff. But I was more muscle. I played tennis. I did basketball. I did some intramural football, you know, and then I used to dance. So I was fairly active and fit and whatnot. Then college, you know, the freshman 15 turned into freshman, I don't know, maybe 50, 60. Because it wasn't just college life. I was dealing with my mom finding out that she has stage 4 colon cancer. Like, she was diagnosed at stage 4. And so that freshman 15, sophomore 10, whatever, it packed on primarily from that. Finding about my mom being sick and trying to make it with her to chemo treatments and classes and focus and all that piled on. And then graduating, saying I wanted to drop out because I wanted to make sure she was good. And she said no. Her goal is to see me walk across the stage. She's not passing before that happens. And she kept her word. I stayed. I fought. I graduated. She saw me. And then 6 months later, she passed. Ooh, that raggedy woman. Love my mother to death till she passed. But that is where all majority of the weight gain occurred. In life after that, a lot of struggle between homelessness, unemployment, cow chopping after transitioning to a new state. It was a lot. And so I definitely packed on some weight. 2020, I was working out regularly with a trainer 3 times a week, an hour each time. My eating habits was on point. And that's one thing. My eating habits have always been the same. I will say that much. Because my weight just goes up and down all the time. And then I plateau. After working out, I plateau at this one weight and I just don't go any lower. Year 2020, I was doing the damn thing. I lost about 40 pounds, almost 50. I was actually back in the 200s for a small moment. And when I found that out, I cried. Because I hadn't been in the 200s for so long. To finally be back in there, I was so happy and so proud. And then shit opened back up and the private sessions were no longer happening. So I gained some weight back. I got a Peloton. I used the Peloton. Enjoyed the Peloton. And then it snowed. And when it snowed, where I lived at, I had to do my own shoveling. Shoveling the snow, I hurt my back. And since hurting my back, the enjoyment of the Peloton was no more. The enjoyment of working out was no more. Because I was in pain. It hurt to stand. It hurt to sit. It hurt to lay down. I could not find a happy medium. And it took me going to physical therapy for about 6-7 weeks to get my back functional. I had x-rays done and all that good stuff. Believe me, trust me. I went and nothing was broken. No disc out of place, fractures, nothing. It's just the muscle is really shitty at the moment. And I have to build it back up. But the pain, the soreness was just a lot. And so with the help of physical therapy, my back started to feel normal. Now here I go getting ahead of myself. I'm like, oh, I feel fine. And try to do some shit that some normal people shit. My back says, fuck you. So the weight piled on from there. Because I sit a lot more often. I can't walk for more than 15-20 minutes. With a back brace, I'll push myself to the verge of tears to go as long as 25-30 minutes. But talking to the nutritionist and the surgeon, they're like, keep walking. Try and get into a routine. Do not add any weights. Same thing with my former trainer. Don't do any weights. Leave it alone. Because when I was confident enough to add weights back into my routine, I hurt my knee and my back went to hell. And I literally had to take a break from working out again for like 2 weeks. So to go through all of those things and, and see the added weight gain and everything, it was frustrating. It was sad. Because I'm not one. Oh, I'll never be those people. Well, look at you now. Look at you now. But it's okay. It's okay. It's part of life. This is my journey. And this only occurred because I was thinking about my future. I'd like kids. Don't know if I'll ever have any, but I'd like to. And getting on the scale. And I've lost some weight since I started the program and got on the scale that one day. But I had gotten on the scale and the scale had said that I was 300 and I want to say 65 pounds. From there, seeing how close I was to 400 pounds is what jump-started me. You know, because I've always done my own cooking, tried to watch what I eat, blah, 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 all that good stuff. But then hurting my back, adding the weight on from the back injury, then leaving my home to stay with a cousin for almost 2 months. And then with boyfriend and boyfriend's family, where cooking was out of my control. Meal prep was out of my control. And I couldn't eat how I normally ate. And then added even more weight on top of what I already had. It was a no-go. No-go for me. And so, this is my final weight loss journey. This is why this step is as drastic as it is. Because this is the last. I've done pescatarian. I've dabbled in vegan, vegetarian, no red meat, no pork, no fast food, no junk food, everything homemade. I've gone through all of that. And still up and down and plateau. So from the final journey, surgery is the last resort, the final option, and I am utilizing that option. I'm afforded with this option through insurance, and that they cover it, because not everyone's insurance will cover it for them. So I'm grateful. I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity. and will do my best to live on and see a better future, a happier, healthier future. And in the next video, I'll probably talk about my therapy that I started going to. Yeah. Anyway, it's been real, guys. So thanks for watching and staying as long as you did. And I'll see you in the next video.